Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Alakazam Video Blog. Dave.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, very well.
Very good.
How are you?
Very good. We're speaking in like Ryan.
I'm just talking in very short sentences. That was a long one.
Ah, it was a long one.
Yeah.
You've had enough of me.
So, good to be back this week. Last week was mostly one of our most busiest vlogs ever, with regards to the DMC cards. We actually sold out within 15 minutes of the vlog going out. Yeah. Then we sold out the second batch. Yeah. Well, they were gone before they turned up.
We should. Yeah. I mean, it didn't surprise me, but we had a lot to compensate for what we thought the
response would be. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and obviously.
And Insight was a big hit. I mean, I love Insight. I really do. And I know Moz. I spoke to him on Tuesday or something of this week, and he was saying to me, he said quite a few emails about people wanting boxes made. So yeah. I'm not really sure, because I'm not really sure whether I should have told anyone that he made me a box, because he's inundated. But if you are interested in a box, we will show it on maybe next week's vlog, the box that he made me. Just let us know here at Alakazam. I'll get you a rough price. They're all handmade by Moz, and they are specifically constructed for the Insight trick.
Yeah, it makes sense to the routine as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, but this week
we have got 3 effects to talk about. 2 from the vault.
Yes, Alakazam special this week.
And the third being Screen Test. You've heard a lot about it. It is out now. We released it a week early. As with all our pre-orders, we never really miss a release date, and usually end up releasing them a bit early. We get them made early. This was a whole week early. The reviews have started to come in now. Just check out our site. And so far, I'm happy to say they're all 5-star reviews. Yeah. It doesn't surprise me, because I love the trick. And as any of you guys know, with Alakazam products, you know, we only release stuff that is workable, you know, and the trailers are already always sort of true to life.
Yeah,
you know, we don't sort of mess about with anything. The great news for any of you guys that have bought Screen Test, next week I am filming some bonus ideas. There's a couple of brilliant ones in there that I'm really pleased with. Yeah. So
it's like a 4-phase routine now you've got going.
Yeah, you can turn it into a 4-phase routine using 4 different spectators, which will appeal to you guys that do stage magic or parlour magic. I think 4 phases will be a bit much if you're doing this in a walk-around set. But I personally think for walk-around table hopping, I think the 2-phase routine is great. Lovely, because you can deal with 2 different people at different ends of the table. That gets everyone on the table interested, because you're doing something on both ends, you know.
I love the added extra thing you do with the telephone number.
The ringtone.
Yeah. It's just lovely, because you know, you place it down at the beginning. They think it's going to be a prediction, then it turns out that what? Yeah. You get that lovely moment. Yeah.
Well, that was something I came up with. I don't know if I certainly talked about it on a video anyway. I came up with it years ago. I used to do it with Director's Cut. Yeah. And what I used to do is I used to use, basically it was similar to Daryl's Untouched routine. So I would have a duplicate of, I'm trying to think what I used to use. Jaws was one of them, obviously, because of the theme tune. But I used to use a horror film. It was Halloween was my one. Yeah. Now, I actually filmed it. Some of you that have known us for a while, me and Spellman filmed a DVD called The Vegas Project, and there was a lot of talk about it, but we never ended up releasing it. And it was basically filmed while we were at Mindvention in Vegas. It was a great DVD, but this was on there, and I'm trying to find the footage, because it was me performing it on Russ Stevens, because he hadn't seen it. But it's a great little thing. If you've got Director's Cut, you can do it with that. And when we re-release Director's Cut, I'll most probably stick it in as a bonus. But the ringtone thing always used to get a great reaction, even though it's only a revelation.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's like it's because they feel the freedom of the selection it just happened naturally there. There's no way you could have pre-set or pre-organised anything in the front. Do you know what I mean? Like it seems fair to them. So when they hear it, I think it is a shock moment when you go, what?
And the thing is, you know, I think as magicians, we tend to belittle the value of a revelation. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, when people see things like Smudged by John Horn, for a lay person, it's a killer. You know, it really is. But to us magicians, we just go, it's a revelation.
Revelation of a pen.
But really, the revelation is key. The fact that you can do a fancy cut or flourish is great. It looks good. But that's not the trick. The trick is the revelation at the end of the day. Just a little tip for you guys that have got this and are starting to perform with it. If you're doing the 2-phase routine, I would get, personally, the first phase, I put the prediction down. I then get them to, you know, touch the back of a card, just remember that. Then I hand it to the second spectator and go into the screen test thing. Now when I can turn back to this person after this has all happened and I've revealed their movie, I say, but you're just thinking of anyone, aren't you?
Nice.
So you've got the time delay there. You know, and it really adds to it. So that's screen test, and I tell you what, there's a full performance which we're going to drop in now. Bearing in mind, on this performance, it was for the trailer, so we were filming in a cinema. I had one of the helpers, which I dragged in, or one of the workers at the cinema. So bearing in mind, if I was doing this, or when I'm doing this, for real people, I won't do them instead of someone there for a trailer. I would do it on 2 separate people rather than one. You know, I think you're going to get more impact that way. Well, you do get more impact that way, and also it gives you the time delay and the way to make the psychology of the routines work. So let's cut to the full performance of the 2-phase routine of Steve Dimmer's fantastic screen test. Lauren, I'm Peter.
Hi.
Hiya. Before we start, I'm just going to give you this, and I'll just pop it here under my phone. We'll get back to that in a moment. Now we're going to try something out. Obviously you work in a cinema, so movies is something that you like and you know quite a bit about. So we're going to try something out with these little movie postcards. If you ever go into a comic book collectible store or something, you can purchase these sort of collectible cards. We've got various films on there. There's The Dam Busters, we've got Curse of the Werewolf, A Clockwork Orange, Back to the Future, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Singing in the Rain, Jaws, E.T., Lawrence of Arabia, My Fair Lady, there's a Carry On film, Grease, Hound of the Baskervilles, James Bond, Titanic, Usual Suspects, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, what I want you to do is take hold of those. I'm going to turn my head, but I want you to give them a mix-up for me. Just make sure that you're mixing up the order so I can't know what order they're in. And tell me when you're happy that they're mixed. Yep. Okay, now Lauren, what I want you to do is select a movie out of that pile. Now you can either look through them and take anyone you fancy, or you can pluck one out at random. The choice is yours. Okay, just as long as I do not know what movie you have. Tell me when you've got one.
Yep.
Okay, the rest of the movies pop into that envelope. And just keep the one you've selected in your hands. Okay, so now you've just got a movie. You know what movie you have, but I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, on the back of that movie, you're going to see a list of every movie included within that set. Okay, and you're going to recognise them in a moment as you start to read them out. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is I want you to read those movies out to me, and even though they're in alphabetical order, I want you to read them out in any order you like. So you can read them out really randomly. You can start in the middle, jump to the bottom, go to the top. It's entirely up to you. Just don't read them out in the same order, because you might think, well, maybe they were in a special sort of order. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and pick up on little differences within your voice to try and tell you when you've named the movie you're thinking of. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so start reading them out now.
Titanic, Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Usual Suspects, Ghostbusters, Nightmare on Elm Street, My Fair Lady, The Hound of the Baskervilles, Jaws, Grease, E.T., From Russia with Love, The Dam Busters, Carrying On with Kyber, The Curse of the Werewolf, A Clockwork Orange, Back to the Future.
Okay. Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do is just pop your movie in amongst the others in the envelope. So if I was to turn around, I can't see anything. And just keep that movie in your mind, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do me a favour, Lauren, just hold your arm out like this. That's perfect. I'm just going to try and find your pulse here, and I want you to imagine sitting down to watch this movie. So if it was something like My Fair Lady or Titanic, you'd be feeling really sort of relaxed. If it was something like Nightmare on Elm Street or some sort of thriller, I want you to start feeling as if you're getting excited about watching it, something that's going to get you on the edge of your seat. Now your pulse is already starting to race, so this is a thriller. Yeah?
Yeah.
There's more than one major star in this.
Yes.
So I want you to, have you seen this movie yourself?
No.
Okay. Would you have an idea of what it's about just by looking at the poster?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to try and think about what the movie's about in your mind. Just make it up as you go along. But it's, okay, this is a thriller. This is about some sort of robbery, criminals. Many criminals. Can you just visualise the poster that you just looked at? Just visualise it in your mind. This is a lineup, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you thinking of The Usual Suspects?
Yeah.
Perfect. Fantastic. Thank you very much. In fact, let's try something else as well, because remember I popped a card down here.
Yeah.
We'll try something else. This time I'm not going to ask you to remove a card, but I want you to see that the cards are all different, okay? We're going to give them another mix-up, so I don't know the order and you don't know the order, more importantly, okay? Just touch the back of any one. Just touch the back of one. This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Because you're not going to take it out, you're just going to remember it.
Yeah.
Do you know what that movie is? You've seen it before?
I have seen, yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to turn my head, but I'm going to show the camera. Okay. Now, I couldn't have known what movie you were going to choose there, but remember I said I made a prediction.
Yeah.
This is something that I believed was going to happen.
Okay.
You're thinking of one movie. On the card is a number. Does that make any sense to you at all? Apart from being a mobile phone number?
No.
No? Okay, pick up your phone and do me a favour, just dial this number for me. And when you've dialed it, just press call. Perfect. Do you know the theme tune to this movie you're thinking of?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Is that it? Were you thinking of Jaws?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for helping. Right, so that was the performance of Screen Test. Before we go any further, I just want to say a big congratulations to not only a customer of ours, but a friend who we met at Blackpool, David Rogers, who has just joined and won the Parlour Magician of the Year competition for the Northampton Magic Circle, I think it is, or Northampton Magic Club. Yeah. So he's now the Parlour Magician, and I'm happy to say he rang me the other day to tell me he done my signed card in position in sealed deck from the extractor as part of his routine. Yeah. So, and he said, you know, it floored them. That's on the Extractor E2 DVDs for those that don't know. But yeah, very well done, David.
Well, mate, yeah.
And we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
So let's move on. We're going to move on to this 365 by my very good friend Chris Congreve. This was a routine Chris sold us the rights to many years ago.
Yeah.
There's quite a few reasons why I like this type of effect. Okay, for one, I've always been a lover of the diary effect. I've always loved things like Chronologue. Bob Cassidy, you know, anyone that knows me knows I'm his biggest fan. You know, he is a genius. So I've always liked sort of diary effects. But Chris approached us with this, and it sort of combines a bit of a diary effect with a card at any number, and it takes it in a different direction to me. So instead of having cards by dates, you've actually got numbers. So it takes more of a sort of numerology. I don't know if we can see that on there, but each date has got a number, and they are random.
Right.
So anyone that's aware of Chronolog, this doesn't work on the same method. The numbers are random, ranging from 1 to 52. Okay. Obviously, there are some repeated because there's 365 days, but you know, apart from that, they are random. It doesn't come with a diary. You buy your own diary, so get yourself a yearbook, fill it in, but it's a one-time setup. This is the diary I still use, and this is from 2011, I believe. But you know, and I just picked this up from W.H. Smith. And inside, depending where I'm doing it, I have a card that says happy birthday. Now, to me, this was the ideal sort of birthday trick.
Right.
But you can do it as a straight mentalism prediction. So I could actually write a prediction now. I could ask you a couple of questions, like when you get up in the morning, and you had, let's say you had 4 pairs of trousers. You had a green pair, yellow pair, red pair, and a blue pair. Which one would you go for?
Probably the blue.
Probably the blue.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say you were just ready to go out and you had your packed lunch sitting there, but it was 4 to choose from. Cheese, ham, corned beef, jam.
I'll probably take them all.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be a waste otherwise.
Okay.
A lot of food left behind.
This will tell me a lot about you. I write a little message down, put it down. Okay? So, you know, whatever way you want to do it to get your prediction. But I used to bring out a card that said happy birthday, so if I met someone on the table that it was their birthday, it's perfect. Even if it's not their birthday, I can still say this is a trick that revolves around your birthday. Have you heard of numerology? The way numerology works is you pick certain numbers, you have a lucky number, and that will always be your destiny.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to try it. I've actually worked out the lucky number for every date in the year.
Right.
Okay.
You had a lot of, you know, spare time on your hands.
Yeah, I've got nothing to do. Nothing to do apart from work out numerology numbers. Take hold of the diary. This is for you, by the way. It's a little happy birthday card.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a look for your birthday.
Okay.
I don't know it. I don't want to know it.
You should know it.
I don't. While you're doing that, I'm going to take the cards out of the box. Okay. You've got a lucky number by your card. What is that number?
It's 15.
15. Okay.
Also, all the others are different.
Okay, turn the page. Just make sure there isn't a 15 on the... Well, there certainly might be because they're random, but...
There isn't.
No, there isn't. Okay, you can flick through the book. They are just random numbers, okay? But you chose number 15. And I'm going to show you, we've got just a deck of cards here. You're going to see that they are sort of randomly mixed.
All different,
Perfect. Okay, here's the idea, young David. I want you to pick up the cards, deal a pile of 14 cards onto the table. The 15th card, just deal over here.
Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
15. So if your lucky number was 16, what card would you have got?
10 of clubs.
Okay. If it was 14, what card would you have got?
8 of spades.
Okay, but it wasn't either of those.
No.
It was
15.
15. What card did you get?
The 8 of diamonds.
The 8 of diamonds. Now, if numerology does work, and there was one card on the back of here, that would be fate, that your number and your card would always match. Does that make sense?
That'd be very impressive.
Turn it over, because there is a card on the back.
Happy birthday. Oh, very good.
And that is 365. There are no multi-outs. It's as clean as that. So, I mean, just by watching that, you know that you can write this prediction down. If you want to do it more as a straight mentalism thing, you could just write a prediction down and ask someone to give you any number between 1 and 52. So you could use it as a straight card at any number sort of thing, a predicted card at any number.
I was thinking you could play this a little bigger as well. Buy a birthday card if you know you're doing it for someone, and then just stick a 8 of diamonds or whatever the card is inside the birthday card. Or
just even as part of the message. Just write, and your lucky card will be the 8 of diamonds.
No, nice. It's really nice.
It is really cool. It's really cool.
Try and suss it out. I genuinely don't know how that works.
I know, it's great. It is really good. And the other great thing for you guys out there, it's one of those things that once again, there's no work. You know, it's self-working, it's a proper worker's trick. The deck itself will allow you to do, like I said, just a straight card and a number. I like the diary presentation.
Yeah,
it sort of brings another little prop into it.
Makes it personal to them as well, doesn't it? You know, with their birthday.
Yeah, but you could literally just turn around and pop that down on the table and talk about numerology if you wanted and say, what would you think your lucky number would be? Do you have a lucky number? Because we're going to test it. I'm doing a survey on lucky numbers and how lucky they actually are.
Yeah.
So we'll test you. What's your lucky number?
14. 14.
Give them the deck, deal down to 14.
Yeah, nice.
And then it says lucky number, I don't know, Determinator. So
I'll be back.
Yeah, whatever card you've got, bang, and it matches.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah.
So that is 365. We do have some of those in stock. It's by my very good friend Chris Congreve, and it's only, I think it's $17.99.
Good. Yeah.
So, you know, it is a great trick. Whether it's something you put into your sort of main set or whether it's something you keep in your case that when it's someone's birthday, but personally, personally I never used to wait for it to be someone's birthday because I used to do the numerology thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I just think it's a really, really strong trick, and stuff like this, it impresses us as magicians, but it blows lay people away.
As I say, it's personal to them, isn't it? They went, well, that's my birthday.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, so very, very cool.
So that is 365. Right, so that was 365. Now on to Spectrum by our very good buddy Wayne Dobson. Now, packet tricks seem to be making a comeback.
They are, yeah, and I've actually started to like them. I was quite against packet tricks.
Do you know what? It's very weird with packet tricks, because when you get into magic, or especially when I got into magic, you just bought packet trick. I remember when I first started, I had a wallet that fat, full of everything, you know, Rainbow Cascade, Tipsy cards, Wild card, McDonald's Ace, just like everything in this wallet I used to carry around everywhere. And then you go through a phase as a magician where you tend to shy away from packet tricks, and you know, I don't know if we just feel we're a little bit beyond that or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, for me, I had loads of packet tricks, but I'd never look after them. They would always end up in the top drawer.
Yeah.
And all the different gimmick cards would end up
mixed
together,
up.
and I didn't know what was for what, so I just didn't bother with it. And then, as you say, I suppose you come up, you know, you move on and you just learn stuff with a pack of cards. But yeah,
but lay people love packet tricks.
They do.
And
I think it's because it's easy to follow.
Yeah, it's easy. That's it. It's easy to follow. It usually happens in the spectator's hand, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, I think Gone revitalised my love for packet tricks.
No, I think you're right.
It's so simple, but the reactions are incredible. And Spectrum, once again, is one of those things. Now, these little packet tricks, they're just awesome to carry about.
Yeah, that moment where someone says, show us a trick. And you know, my bugbear with magicians saying, well, I haven't got my cards, I haven't got anything on me. This again, I mean, I always have Simplex Monty, 4 cards in the top of my wallet. It's with me all the time.
Yeah.
This is another one. 4 cards is all you need.
And it's ready to go.
You're ready to go.
In fact, I love them so much that later on this year, I'm releasing one called Along for the Ride.
You are. You are.
So, but anyway, Spectrum combines everything I love, really, which is a colour changing deck. And if you've watched the vlogs before, I always rant on about the fact that I think it's one of the most powerful things you can do to a lay spectator. Anything with a colour change, because it's visual, you know, and it's obvious what's happening, you know, you don't have to think about it. Now, Spectrum itself, you've got that nice little colour change. It's the right major changes as well. They're really eye-popping changes.
There's a lot of magic happening
for just 4 cards.
There was transformations really with the cards, especially with the last card that you show. So yeah, it's a lot of magic happening. But I'll tell you what, let's go to footage of me performing this to camera. This is Spectrum. Pete.
Yes.
I have got 4 5s.
Yeah.
4 5s. I'm going to place 2 of them onto the table here, which leaves me with 2 in my hands. Now, it's a little bit of an observation test.
Okay.
What colour were the backs?
Red.
Red. Very good. You pass. Watch. If I put them back to back like this and I blow on it, do you see what happened?
No.
1 card turned blue. Do you know why?
No.
Because I blew on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, jokes and everything. This one here, this turns green with envy. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, think of a colour.
Yellow.
Yellow, yeah, fantastic. I think it's on there somewhere. And do you know how this trick works?
No.
Oh well, it works using mirrors.
Right, so that was Spectrum, and that brings us right up to the end of this week's Alakazam video blog.
It does indeed. 3 fantastic tricks. Screen test again. You know, if you haven't seen it, make sure that you check it out. It really is. It's something different. It's really impressive, and there's no way of backtracking. So
yeah,
it's a lot for me at the moment, that trick. It really is.
And it is for me. It ticks every one of the boxes for the type of effect I like. I love it, and I am carrying it with me everywhere. It's in my bag. It's just such a great thing. And the fact is, you can play it one-on-one, or you can play it big. Yeah. You know, it's great.
Anything you'd like to add before we go?
Not really, apart from the fact that we may have mentioned this before, but we've had our site programmed with this handy little box that will pop up. Yeah. Now, our £99 bundles are getting more and more popular. So Andy come up with a great idea of being able to notify you guys if you're interested in a product and it's in the 99 bundle. How do we let you know? How can you know? So we've had the site programmed. So whenever you're looking at a product that's in the £99 bundle, a box will pop up saying, are you aware this is in the £99 bundle? Yeah. Okay, if you don't care and you just want that one product, just close it. Yeah. But if you want to save money on that product and you had your eye on some other products, it's great. Just click the yes button. It will take you through to the bundle, and you can have a look what other products are in the bundle. And we're adding products all the time. Yeah, and the important thing to say as well, a lot of products are kind of within the same kind of price bracket. Yeah. So a lot of the new products that are coming out go straight into the bundle. Yeah, it's not an age thing. It's not, you know, we wait until something's 8 months old before we stick it in there. Some of the new stuff, as soon as we know it's coming in, if it's in the right price bracket, it's in there. Yeah. What are you laughing at now? No, it's fine. Tell me. No, I can't. It's fine. Right, I'll tell you in a minute. No. Yes. Okay. So, that brings us towards the end of the Alakazam video blog this week. Thanks again for your support, and subscribe here. Just there. Perfect for all the latest. Oh, that should have timed it. Ding, ding. Just there. For all the latest information. And yeah, we will see you next week on the Alakazam video blog.